Good evening, everyone. Thank you again so much for tuning in. This is the Real Deal Fam. I am Andre, and this is the gorgeous wife, Essie.
I'm thinking the most. Well, we share. We always share.
Yes, we do, especially during this time. Well, thank you all again so much for tuning in. If you hadn't had an opportunity yet, please hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Also, like and share the video.
Please like and share. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so we
Thank
need your help.
I'm sure y'all will, and we're going to thank you in advance. Well, today we're going to come in. We want to talk about, just basically give you an update on what's been going on. Basically in our life and in the world, I guess everybody's been going through this, what do you call it? Quarantine, lock-in. Yeah. Well, you can't say it, but you know what it is, this viral situation. But there's a lot been going on. People been getting stimulus checks. They've been coming in slowly. Some people hadn't received theirs. Some people have.
You got your stimulus check?
No, I have not received
it. We got nothing. Okay, so yeah, it's a scam going on right here.
Yeah, for some people it feel like that. But they supposedly allocated a little bit more money for the small businesses. That money
they ran out.
They went through that pretty quickly. I guess other people who was large considered themselves small to get a little piece of the pie.
People was making up. I got to open a business real quick.
Yeah, so. You got to do what you got to do to survive these days. A lot of people have been out of work. The unemployment rate has shot through the roof.
Unfortunately, yeah.
We just pray everybody doing well and started their garden and started getting themselves together, becoming more self-sufficient.
Yeah, you got to call auntie or grandma or something and get some of that rice or oatmeal.
Get some of them recipes. Yes, but just doing the best you can to survive. The kids been home, been out of school. School's canceled for the year, so I'm sure a lot of people been adjusting to that not working and being with the kids 24/7.
Yeah, driving everybody crazy.
Yeah.
We need a vacation from our kids.
Yes, we need a vacation from everything. But aside from that, everything has been going great. We hope everything's been going great with y'all.
Yeah, it seems like it was, whatever it was, backfired, because it's giving people plenty of time to spend with their family and get things organized and, you know, just create that family bond. Maybe it has been missing for a long time because everybody's been working and doing their own thing. Kids been in school and extracurricular activities, fast food, all that stuff has been cut out. You just stuck with each other, creating those bonds like you're supposed to.
That's true. I mean, we've been spending a ton of time together, doing yard work, all kinds of things, just spending time with the family.
List, both me and him, just cooking, get back to cooking from scratch. I mean, you know my cooking is good.
It's delicious. It's delicious. I'm just saying, I'm just happy to be getting home cooked meals again. I mean, she's been cooking breakfast, dinner. We've been getting little snacks in between.
I'm a slave.
I try to balance it out with good work around the house. So
yeah, not only that, what's his name that was trying to come out with the vaccine?
Billy Gates.
Oh yeah, Billy. That was his thing for population control, boy. He it's backfiring on him. Help me.
Yeah, so a lot been going on. But
it's like after World War II with the baby boomers right here.
Yeah, they trying to depopulate
it. Keep you in the house all day. What you think?
It ain't gonna work too well. But yeah, they working on trying to get a vaccine and things like that. It's causing a lot of concern, I think, in a lot of different communities.
The Christian community.
Yeah, people not very trusting. It just seemed to be a very forced thing, very pushed. People seem to be getting better. I think the numbers are coming down, if the numbers are accurate. But it just seemed like things starting to try to work their way back to normal.
We're praying. Yeah. That's all anybody can do, just pray and be vigilant out there. So, yeah.
Yes, I'm sure people are ready to get back to work, ready to go back to church, ready to get back to the life they had prior to this. Caught everybody off guard. It was so quick. But I think good things gonna come out of it. I think a lot of people have become more aware of not only their family, but in terms of the media they absorb. Everything just become more hypersensitive. Right,
you are very, whatever was going on, you're aware of it now. So all the little minions that was doing stuff, they're putting you out there.
Yes, all the little distractions that used to be sent your way, whether it was through watching videos, listening to music, anything that distracted you away from the things that were really important, which is your family and things of that nature. I think people come back now and become more grounded. They have a greater appreciation for not only family, but for life in general.
And for being able to go outside. Yeah, did you know some people by the Canada border in the States where, they locked down the border so you can't get out. They didn't want anybody in, but you can't get out unless you're doing business. Well, they applied for asylum.
Yeah, I mean,
get out of the country.
It freaked a lot of people out. Anytime you close the borders, number one, people are in their homes. They don't want people to be moving about. But if you close the borders, people begin to feel claustrophobic, feel trapped. Nobody likes that feeling. People like, especially in this country, people like to be able to move around. We're very social, very active type of
free will. We want to be able to, even if we don't want to go nowhere, we want the option to be able to.
Right. And so anytime you feel confined and restricted, people tend to get a little antsy. Some people trying to make the great escape, so.
They brother, please asylum. So I thought that was interesting. So we just hope they'll keep allowing the migrants and anybody else that's coming in to be able to pick those crops, to be able to make sure the food keeps coming to the grocery store.
That's very important. We don't want to see the farmers having to just grind up all the vegetables just because they don't have anywhere to take the food. They say a lot of the food source has been basically composted back into the earth so that they can grow another crop, because they can't use this, because they say at least 50% of their harvest go towards restaurants and hotels and things of that nature.
Yeah, and they haven't been able to make the shift since nobody's going to restaurants or hotels, well, very few. Now they need to, change that packaging and the distribution and all that to individuals. So we don't hardly have anything in the stores, and the restaurants aren't selling, so they couldn't make the change quick enough. So now they're just doing a mad dump. But we hope and pray they'll be able to switch that and get the food and the products back to the customers.
Yeah, we hate to see that kind of waste going on and people are hungry around the world. Definitely, that's pretty bad. And the farmers are struggling. So they say they're supposed to be giving them a little bit of money to help them out their industry. They play a very important role. But I think everybody now know that it's very important that you have something of your own, something you can touch. Because if logistically they can't get the food to you or they don't want to get it to you, it's going to be pretty rough. So
make sure you keep your stock up. Even though things still seem like they're going back to normal or getting better, just keep your stock up and, keep, when you go to the grocery store, grab an extra 1 or 2. They say limit 2, maybe take an extra person so you can get an extra few. And just keep your stock up until we get out of this.
Yes, get your skills back up. Brush up on things you used to do, like be able to work on the house, work on the car.
Honey-do list. Go do your wife or your girlfriend's honey-do list.
Yeah, it'll help you out, trust me. But yeah, you want to make sure you do that. Stay grounded in that. They got all kinds of videos out there for different tasks, different little projects you might want you to do around the house. You can knock that out, save some money. It keeps your mind occupied.
Yeah,
keep it off of
YouTube videos are great if you need to learn how to do something that has been broke for a while. You need to fix it. Yeah, just a couple of those videos, or books. Get you some books. Yeah, now's the time. Yeah,
you can do it with the kids. Even your wife could come out and help you. It's just sharing family time. I mean, you can't. Even though it's kind of bad, it actually is good. A lot of people could spend lots of time with family and get a lot accomplished. Get that bond back strong like it's supposed to be.
Right. I don't think God intended for you to be working, slaving your life away if you don't have any time to spend with your kids or your family. So if they come and they don't really know you, then there's a problem. So, hey, it's been good at home these days.
Yeah, people ain't got to pay rent and mortgages and all kind of stuff.
What?
Well, that's what they told them. I think they're looking
you better pay your rent or whatever, because as soon as this thing is over, them landlords gonna throw you out, and then you don't have 2 or 3 months back rent.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that wholeheartedly just to say they tell you, oh, you don't have to pay rent. It's still accumulating, it's still a bill, it's still compiling, it's still debt. So if you do have the means, I would go ahead and handle that.
Yeah, if you have the means, then, you know, you need to pay your rent so you have somewhere to stay. And then second, food, and then rent, you know. So, yeah. Make sure you have a place to stay, because it's going to be hard to muster up deposit and some place to stay if you got put out.
Definitely. And if you was working and you're not working, it's incumbent upon you to go ahead and file that unemployment. I know a lot of people been complaining they've not been able to get through, but I think you want to keep at that. They give you $600 additional on top of what your unemployment is. That can help cover you through that rough patch here. That way you can keep your bills up.
Yeah, so if you have an issue with anything like that, it's best to just call up the person who you owe, whether it's your landlord, you know, electric or phone or anything like that. You know, just call them up and then see what you can work out.
That's it. They'll appreciate that. It's better to communicate than just to go ghost on them.
Because that's what we do. We just don't answer.
Yeah, I'm sure they got bills as well, so they'll appreciate that.
Yes, yeah.
But we just want to get back and touch the bases with everybody, make sure, see how everybody's doing. Hopefully everybody's doing well through this. Hope everybody's using the time wisely, not just sitting back watching Netflix.
Right. Stay prayed up. It's still a lot of stuff going on around out there. It's still crazy stuff going on, you know, but in your house, it can be peaceful. You stay prayed up with the Lord, and you keep it 100, you know. That's
it. Keep everything clean, very hygienic. And I guess, like they say, with the little social distancing, if that's what's recommended, do that, and just keep your family safe. Whatever you got to do, but like my wife says, stay prayed up. He'll guide you right every time. You'll be blessed. Stay close to your family, and just trust in Him. You'll be just fine.
Yep.
And thank y'all again so much for tuning in. Like we said earlier, if you hadn't had a chance to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button.
Please subscribe. We need 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, we do. I'm sure y'all gonna do it. Y'all always come through for us.
You got nothing but time now.
Yeah, go ahead and hook us up. We appreciate it. Y'all, y'all have a good evening.
Good night.